Yo, what's up everybody? J-Dubs here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball Legends video. And today is Tuesday, so we're doing a characters that need a zenkai. And this is part two of the series. And today we have Green Range Type Resurrection F Golden Form Frieza. Here's his background. You can play with it a bit, and as you can see, you gotta flip your phone or your tablet or whatever you're playing on. It shows his evolution from the Z saga, or Dragon Ball Z, or whatever you want to call it. And it shows first form, second form, third form, final form, and of course his golden form as being one of the current transformations at that time. As you can see, I have him at 11 stars. He is fully soul boosted, and he's not fully arts boosted. He has the ultimate. He does more damage to Saiyans, and he's a pretty fast attacker. If you boost him, or put him with somebody, he gets at least 300k HP. But at regular right now, no boosting, he has 2.2 mil. He has 229,205 strike attack, which is pretty decent, and 29,000 next to it. 239,990 or 240,000, however else you want to say it, which is also pretty good. His strike defense is 148,618, pretty good defense, and his blast defense is 145,241, with 23,726, which is pretty good. His critical is 4,709. Rounds up to 5,000. Key restore is 2,290. And as you can see, here are the cards that he can hold most of the game, and they're pretty normal. His strike doesn't really do much. His blast doesn't do much. That slicer, as you can see, it says deals major damage, slice damage to special move damage inflicted for 10 timer counts upon activation. And it is 100% chance to bleed, so it's a pretty good special if you ask me. Extreme Flash, 20% blast damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade negative minus 50% to enemies. Sustained damage cut effects activated when changing cover to self or 20 timer counts. Pretty good. It does not move, so he has a custom animation or a regular one. And here's his ultimate, Earth Crusher. Deals massive explode damage. A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby on hit. This cannot cause them to be defeated. So it is basically like Super 17's main ability, and his LF or ultimate or whatever you want to call it. It does damage to anybody that isn't standing and is just there on your team. Also, it's kind of like Perfect Cell's yellow Perfect Cell's ultimate. What his ultimate does, it's like an ongoing one for a bit. His main ability is him saying, "I'll make sure to kill you." He draws the ultimate, restores ki by 30, which is pretty good. Plus 35% to ultimate damage after it is inflicted for 10 timer counts if activated when 60 timer counts from the battle starts. And it does more damage on 10 timer counts when the Frieza is 50% or below, and you need 25 timer counts to use it. His ability, he buffs Lineage of Evil units and Frieza Force units. As you can see, it says right here 25% if maxed. And I don't know if I can read all this, but here's his first unique ability. I'll let you guys get a second on that. Pause the video if needed. And here's his other one. Let us begin our revenge. Now, if I show you his max stats, here it is. His max stats 249,000, 260,000, which is high, goes up a pretty substantial amount. 166,000, 162,000, 485,000. Still the same key restore speed, and his health is 2.3 mil. And that's what it looks like when he's fully arts boosted. I'll show you his tournament of power stats. This is what he does. And here this is. And yeah. Pretty small difference. He just does a little bit like less damage by a couple hundred or 1,000. And his key restore is a bit bigger, so yeah. Alright, here he is with type disadvantage. We'll see the damage here. And this will mostly be for without stands, so yeah. If you're wondering what stage I'm doing, it is the flat equip for Legends Limited Purple Support Frieza. He's tanking really well in on Blast and Strike. There's the bleed effect. He's doing pretty good for damage wise. So far, like I like him so far. We'll get his rush pose, I think, in a different one. Some more tanky person. So all good. Now here's his ultimate. Pretty long ultimate. It does decent damage, but to get the job done, no. And that's what he looked like against a non-Saiyan with type disadvantage. Alright, here's what he looks like without type advantage, without type disadvantage. Like also against a non-Saiyan. Pretty good damage. Once again, can't see the difference. There's the bleed. So pretty good tanking, I think, so far. If you haven't checked out my last video on characters that need a zenkai, which was purple defensive Goku from the Tree of Might. Alright, now let's see how much damage the ultimate will do. Again, not the best damage, but it does some pretty good damage. Wouldn't recommend it to get the job done. Pretty decent so far. And that was him without. Alright, here's what he looks like with type advantage against the non-Saiyan. Let's see the blue damage. Alright, pretty good. Took out a bar of health. The bot would attack, I think. Pretty good blast damage in my opinion. That's one bar of health gone. The strike damage pretty good, pretty decent. We'll see the ultimate damage in a sec. But I'm pretty sure he should get the job. I'm not sure, but I don't know if this Frieza's or Golden Frieza's ultimate as blast armor. That's the only reason why I'm waiting. Let's see. No, he doesn't. So that's a pretty quick heads up. He does not have blast armor off the road, but it would have killed anyway. Alright, here we have the damage against a Saiyan without type advantage. or type this head in. There's the blue. Ooh. You can definitely see the difference. Here's his class. That's a pretty big amount. Not strong enough. Some pretty good. That's some really good blast damage. Just take some hits. I'm gonna see what it looks like with the strike. It's some decent tanking. Pretty decent strike. Wouldn't recommend it. So far pretty good. A pretty good unit. Now let's see this damage. This ultimate damage against the Saiyan. No, the advantage of this advantage. Oh, it killed! Alright, here's the damage with type advantage up against him. 2 bars of health! Wow! That is a pretty big difference. Wow, the strike is doing better. And that concludes that part of the video. What? Now finally, the part we've all been waiting for, near the end of the video, the damage against the type disadvantage damage against Saiyans. Still pretty good blast. Pretty good strike. Let's see the blue. Decent blue damage. Let's see the tanking. Tanking's pretty decent. Let's see the blue tanking. Yeah, he did not eat that much at all. And I'll show you. After this, I'll show you the damage against enemy, like enemies in standby, and I'm not getting this ultimate off. That concludes that part of the video. I think we all know the damage that the ultimate is gonna do. And I'll just let you witness ulti-wise LS. Just why not? And that's that. Real quick, I'm gonna get this last part in so I can show y'all his ultimate standby damage. And at the bottom you can see what's what for his attributes. You see plus card draw speed, extra blast damage, and yeah. And also need somebody to tell me in the comments what those other two are, just real quick. We're getting a little bit closer. Also, this is a equipment stage, but it's not a flat equipment stage. So. Here it is. As you can see, there is the damage for standby unit. And here he is. Alright, so now for the final part of this video, I'm gonna throw in an extra clip, well, not really, it's just gonna be added on. Here's his recommended allies, if it would load a bit faster. Here's his recommended allies. Here's his recommended equips. And I forgot to do it with Tree of Might Goku. So I'm gonna do it real quick. Here is his recommended allies. The last one is a very strange one. And here's his recommended equips. And yeah, that concludes our video. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, possibly subscribe, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. And yeah, it's me, J-Dubs, and I'll catch you guys in another video.